That's Fridays.
I'm flustered.
They don't see the video.
And
They should be subscribed like you, Huli.
and
Hello and welcome to Gypsy's Kiss. It's Humpday Hoedown. I'm the magical treasure princess and life coach to the rich and famous, Shelley Carney.
we just wanted to see how many of you were actually paying attention. And I am administrative assistant to the magical treasure princess and her chief of security. Stand back, folks, 6 feet, and make sure you're wearing a mask. Yes, that was my fault for not changing the stream key. We went over to COVID conversations for a little while since, hey, it's a topic to talk about. Although we're going to have to delete that video because those folks over at COVID conversations are going to make heads or tails of that. Stick with us. We got some emails. We got a giveaway. Huli already let the cat out of the bag, so we'll tell you a little bit more about what we're doing tonight. And then we'll just have a good time. And we're going to go 15 minutes longer just to make up for it, all right?
Oh.
Humpday. Indeed, Humpday.
Humpday.
Day. So we live streamed 5 different channels, 10 times a week. Sooner or later,
Gonna
make it the stream key. You'd think
it's like every week, isn't it?
All it takes is one little stream key to send it over to World Sand Project or COVID conversations or somebody. So before I even do housekeeping, as you may already know, as a result of Huli figuring it out quickly, I'm going to do a screenshot.
Among other people.
So there is a video on our channel that went up at 7 o'clock when we were supposed to go up at 7 o'clock. And it's called Comment.
Apparently 86 people have already watched it because we were on a different channel.
Yeah. So it's called Comment on this video. That's the name of the video. Go find that video and make your comment because that's where I'm going to draw the name from for tonight's prize. And the reason I want to do that is because I'm not disappointed, but I'd like someone that's in the room to win the prize, right? And so this was the best way I could figure out. So go there, make a comment. You only have to make one. You only have to put in an asterisk or whatever you want. But go to that one because I am not going to draw from last Wednesday's video, okay? So there. So.
All right.
And I had such a good time explaining that the first time. I was so proud of myself. Proud of myself, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Go over to COVID sometime later and watch it.
And watch the first 15 minutes again.
So what else?
Housekeeping, you want towels?
Of course you want towels. Yeah, and you know what? On a night like this, you need towels. So make sure that before you leave tonight, you give us a thumbs up. YouTube likes it when you give us a like. The Magical Treasure Princess likes it when you give us a like. And that way YouTube thinks better of us and rates us higher and stuff like that. I feel like I'm missing something there. No.
And then if you haven't subscribed, make sure.
No, wait. Share with your family, your friends, your neighbors, your business associates, the entirety of your social networks. And that way we can
grow the channel.
And finally, if you are not already a subscriber, this would be the ideal time to press down the subscribe button. And then when you see the notifications bell, ring that notifications bell, and that way, whenever we start a live stream on the right channel, you'll be immediately informed and in the know. But
or subscribe to
all the other channels. That's the way
then
to do it.
Then you'll know where we went.
Where
are they? They're on the other channel.
We might have a surprise show one night
where we just
Leaders
decide Institute. Check them out there.
So the softer side one night or something. Okay. So
wouldn't be the first time.
Here's the thing. We do have some emails to read. Let me mention some other things. Why don't you tell them about how to give us money, because we like
give us money. Oh, if you want,
just give us money.
We have the super chat button at the bottom of the chat. There's a grayed out $sign. You can click on that, go buy a sticker, or put some money in the kitty, whatever it takes, and you can give us some money. Or you can
don't expect a refund, because apparently YouTube.
Take a look upstairs here in the crawl, and you can find our PayPal address, paypal.me/gypsyskiss. Another way to donate. If you do not choose to do that, which is totally fine, you can always just write in the chat room with an @ a Gypsy's Kiss, or you can text us at 202-815-1171. Give us a call, leave a voicemail of up to 3 minutes, which is pretty good deal, because you get to talk for a full 3 minutes without being interrupted.
Without Toby interrupting you.
So there you are.
Or hearing this.
That's right.
Later on, we'll open up the phone after the giveaway. We'll open up the phone lines, and you guys can call in. We can talk about the treasure. Okay, so again, we're giving away one of big-hearted Tony Henman's pendants. This one is a CZ, so it's clear, and we're going to give that away to the person we select from the video that's entitled "Comment on this video." That means you have to be in the room tonight to win. As a matter of fact, if you go and comment and leave the room and you're not in the room, I'm going to draw again, because I'm going to give it to a person who's in the room tonight. So there, take that.
So be there.
You want to do some emails real quick?
Sure.
All right, here we go. I got a video.
All right.
Second time I played it tonight, but
we
were rolling. Man, we were already off into emails on that.
We'd read 3 already.
Yeah, dang.
There's a Mel Rustic.
Oh, let's take care of that.
Cha-ching there. That's the Tootie Horn.
So LR says, wasn't Shelley on the other side before? LR, when we zoom, Zoom puts her on the other side, so we actually have 2 different lower thirds. So when she's in the studio, she's on my left side. And then when we zoom in, Zoom puts her on the other side for some reason. So, yeah. By the way,
Wednesday's video, right? No.
No.
The one that says comment on this video.
Right.
Anyway.
Anyway, you'll notice that several people in the room have a blue wrench next to their moniker. That indicates that they're moderators, and their job is to make sure we're flying straight and fast, and we don't get any interruptions. So that includes LR, Hooley's in the room. I think I saw K-Pro in the room earlier. Yep. Also, Colorado and his better half, Sarah Rocks. And who am I missing?
Sassy,
the Sassy 1962. So, Mel is in the room. Mel, yeah, that's it's gonna. If it comes up, Mel, we're all
Comes up, Mel.
Everything
comes up,
Mel. All right.
Emails.
Wait, did I play the email thing this
Nope.
time, or was that the last iteration?
Do it again.
All right.
All right, this
Headed
is
there.
from Ob or George, and he says, I keep all my solved data on that flash drive that you sent me. Thanks again.
Oh, well, thank you, George. That was from the Warners.
Warners.
John and Karen Warner from his business, from his company.
Yeah, this is...
Low and fast, brothers and sisters.
This is confidential, so what do you want to do with that?
Confidential.
Confidential.
So he did send me a text message, and he left me a voicemail. So we'll check those out. If this is, he says to call him, but I have a sense he doesn't mean call him while we're on the air. By the way, our policy, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to your theories is we do not participate in anyone else's search for the treasure, recovery of the treasure, disposition or monetization of the treasure.
However, if you'd like to have a private conversation with Toby about your search theory, that is a possible thing that you can do.
And there's a link in the description box below that explains how to do that.
Yeah. All right, this is...
So this guy wrote me way back then, and we responded to him. And then so in between, that was what, over a month ago, 2 months ago.
March.
So now he's written this.
All right. This is from Gabriel. He says, hello, Toby. I am amazed that no one has taken any interest in what I have to say. I have written Dale and Jenny to include you as well. I have discovered the final spot. It is confirmed the whole way by the clues, but most important, the pictures show all. Even the item placement in the chest picture confirmed the location. I was a little lost at the Indiana Jones clue. Okay, that's not a clue. It's not in the poem. But figured it out finally. It's all a matter of time, as Forrest has said. I will return later this week with confidence and claim it. I have, as a courtesy, notified Forrest as well. But to be honest, I sent him a picture of the location and the coinciding book picture on January 5th. I think it started the buzz. There was buzz.
January 5th. That's when he was going to talk. Buzz? Yes,
Buzz?
You want to give him a...
Was there a buzz? Bzz, bzz,
I don't
bzz.
know. That's not how a rooster sounds. A rooster sounds like this. Okay, so Gabriel Viescas. So the reason, your sentence starts, I'm amazed that no one has taken any interest in what I have to say. Here's why.
Get in line.
Yeah, the simple fact of the matter is there are, I don't know, hundreds. We get a couple of weeks, 2 to 3 a week. I'm sure Forrest Fenn gets more than that. Dale and Jenny get as many. Everybody gets these things saying that you know where the treasure is. So here's what we recommend. If you know where the treasure is, go get it. Take some pictures on top of today's newspaper and send them to Forrest. You can also, if you'd like to send them to us, and Jenny and Dale, and that's when we'll take you seriously. Saying that you know where the treasure is happens so often that we have a name for that. We call them roosters. We made that up because we didn't know what else to call them. So there's no need to be amazed. The amazement should be in the fact that we'll be amazed when you send us a picture of the treasure. All right? Don't be offended. It's just that we probably have 3 of those tonight, So it's not personal. Don't take offense. Don't be amazed.
Don't be amazed.
Don't be amazed.
Be amazed
at all of that. It's just the nature of this beast, brother. Find the treasure, take a picture, send it to Dale, Jenny, me, Forrest, and we will talk you up to no end.
All righty. Inquiry of Forrest Fenn's treasure. Dear Toby and Shelley.
Did it say it was confidential? Because the confidential ones always start with the...
Well, he gives his name and his age
All
and
right,
where he
go ahead.
lives.
Go ahead.
So maybe I shouldn't read all that.
Oh, no, actually, you can't read that because he's not in the majority.
Yeah. So should we read this one?
Yeah, it's okay to read
I'll
it.
start here.
Yeah.
or actually, I have recently joined the hunt for Fenn's treasure. I was looking at the poem and the map. Something caught my eye, and I looked at a certain, and this is from Frank, and I looked at a certain location on my own map of Wyoming. I have been to Wyoming and Montana for a month or more every year for the past 7 years, not to find the treasure, but to fish. I know the area fairly well. I also like to think I can look at this from a different perspective since I am an avid fisherman, like Forrest. Anyway, the place I looked at was Phillips Lake. In that general area there is Mount Meek and a lake close by named Indian Lake, both places relating to that guy you mentioned in a video with the last name Meek, who was attacked by Indians. There is also a place called Sheep's Mountain directly across from this general area. I know he was caught eating mutton. Other mountains close by this area is Fossil Mountain and Prospector's Mountain, two names that relate to Forrest in a sense of his job. I know it's not the most coherent email, it is just hard to explain in writing. I would like to know if you think this area around Phillips Lake, well, he wrote Phillips here and Phelps here, I'm not sure which it is, might be of any interest. If so, tell me. Please tell me. I am not planning to go to Wyoming anytime soon, so I would like to see if you can find it. If you do, email me first. I would enjoy a small cut if you find it in this location. There's definitely more research to be done in this area. There is a mountain called Housetop Mountain, home of Brown maybe. Thank you for your time. And that's from Frank.
So, young Frank, as we mentioned, our policy is not to participate in anyone else's, any other searcher's theory to look for or recover the treasure or to liquidate, monetize, or otherwise dispose of the treasure. But I actually did a video way back when that kind of took this theory and expanded it out. I was using it. Dang nabbit, hold on. I was using it as an example of how to develop a theory. So you might go back and find that video and follow it up yourself. It is not one that you hear commonly. So maybe you can have that one all to yourself there, buddy. Thanks for reaching out. And by the way, Shelley can't say your age. I can say that you're 18 or under, and that was one of the best written letters I received this week. Very well written. I don't know where you go to school, but my compliments to your English teacher.
All right. This one?
Yeah.
I need your help and insight. From LM. Hello, I have a theory solved that relates to a Lewis and Clark expedition in Montana. It involves where warm waters halt and privately owned land involving a secluded spring that is not accessible by the public. I have this theory because I strongly believe that Forrest bought a piece of historical land that goes back to a Lewis and Clark expedition, and that is where he put the chest. When you find the chest, he gives you title to the gold because it's his land. What I need a second opinion. I'm willing to share my findings of the location. I'm willing to have an open discussion about it with you so that we can share ideas and collaborate. Of course, like most, I'm not 100% confident because, one, I've never been there, and two, Google Maps can only go so far. I'm a fairly new searcher, and although I have watched all the interviews and read the blogs, I'm not convinced anyone has taken a serious look at the area I'm looking at, and more importantly, the story behind the area.
So the first problem with your theory is it assumes that Fenn will be living, not that I want him to pass away anytime soon, but it assumes that he'll be living to pass the title to the property, on the private property, onto you. And the reason that's important is because dead people can't pass on title. It's not allowed by the law. Now, I suppose you could write a complex will that takes care of that, so that you could trespass onto the public land, locate the whatever you expect to locate, and then get the title afterwards, even though you're on private land. But to me, that all sounds way more complex than anyone in their practical mind. I'm not going to say in their right mind. Fenn's a very practical man. He wants you to have this treasure. He's not going to put any obstacles like private land and historical features, and he wants you to have the treasure, and he wants you to have it whether he's alive or not alive. And the best way for that to happen is you find the treasure on what is effectively public lands, not private lands or tribal lands, probably not national park, but that's up to you. And then you go home. And then you wait 30 days and you let everybody know you found it without having to worry about the potential that the people who inherit Forest Fenn's properties and wealth decide that they don't feel like giving you that title to that property. So don't keep it simple, right? Occam's razor. Entia non sunt multiplicanda praeter necessitatem.
Okie dokie then. This is from Jeff and Schutz, West Yellowstone.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Saturday night, and nobody.
So this was last Saturday. He sent this to us while we were in the air. Last Saturday. And, pardon me?
You're not sharing it.
I'm going to.
Oh.
And it's a panoramic shot of downtown. That's the downtown area. And 7 p.m. West Yellowstone, Saturday night. And it's pretty dormant, I guess is the best way to describe it. Oh, look, that's where I bought those. That's where I saw that map. Mm-hmm. Remember? Mm-hmm. Right there? Mm-hmm. Oh, I wonder if he's up there looking for the map that I saw. 32. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sneaky little Jeff and Schutz. Sneaky. Wait. I got to go back to full
picture.
Screen. Oh.
Ken from Oklahoma. Rocks look like hound. Sometimes it's wise for the rocks to dress like the hound.
Okay. It looks like a hound laying down.
Ain't nothing but a hound dog.
We should put him in touch with that other guy that does
lying all the time.
You ain't nothing but a hound.
Down.
Yeah, lying all the time.
Lying down.
You ain't never killed a rabbit, and you ain't no friend of mine. Yep, that does look like a dog. Question is, how does that get us? That looks like
his nose is pointing at the treasure.
Yeah,
apparently.
like his nose is pointing straight down at the treasure, right?
Sniffing it.
There.
He's a gold sniffing dog.
He's giving you a hint.
And that is from Ken.
Ken in Oklahoma. Our friend Ken in Oklahoma. He's also got a couple of...
and here's a picture of the baby.
So you remember the other day...
I don't think we're supposed to show pictures of babies.
We're not?
They're under the age.
She sent it to us.
But they're under age.
It's just a picture of a baby.
But then you have to tell YouTube you showed a picture of a baby.
How can I not share that beautiful baby with everybody? I'm sharing it.
Okay.
I'm sharing it. So you remember last Saturday, Gallatin Ghost said that one of her daughters...
Friday.
Pardon me?
Friday.
They had just had a new grandbaby in the family. We played the happy birthday song. And I asked her to send a picture, and she did. So I'm going to share that picture with you guys right now. Her name is... What's her name?
Delilah.
My Delilah.
Delilah Rain.
Why? What a pretty name, Delilah Rain, huh? Much love from a proud granny, and and deservedly so, Gallatin. Why, Delilah? All right. Back to it.
That's all the emails.
Okay. Well, that's made my night. Saying cute baby. Cute babies are cute.
Cute babies are cute.
Okay, so we promised you that we would spend a little bit of time talking about...
She says, congratulations on your own new granddaughter as well, Toby.
Palmer Ray?
Yeah. And he's going to have another one in August.
No, I'm not. I'm going to have another grandson, by the way.
Oh, that's right.
And she, oh, rats. She told me the name and I forgot it.
Oh, that's all right. We have time to learn it before he's born.
It's a cool name.
Is his middle name Michael?
No. I haven't had any Michaels since... Well, shush. Yeah. I got shush Michael. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to complain if nobody else does my name. I think I just killed the live dashboard thing. Hold on. Okay, no, we're good. Hey, look at us.
Good and green.
Good and green. Okay, for those of you that arrived late, here's the deal. Tonight, we're giving away this CZ pendant from our big-hearted friend Tony Henman sent us. It's the last one. The MTP took one. We gave away one on Saturday. So this is the last one. In order to have a chance of winning it, you have to go to a video that was released tonight at 7 p.m.
On the correct channel, in fact.
On the correct channel, and it is entitled "Comment on this video," because that's where I'm going to draw them from. And the reason I'm doing this is I'm trying to give it away to somebody that's actually in the room tonight.
Give it away.
Now. So we'll have a drawing around 8 o'clock, so you have 20 minutes to go there and make a comment. Anybody else comes in the room and you see them for the first time, tell them to go over there and make a comment, or not. I mean, the bigger the numbers, the less chance you have of winning it. But besides, Mel is in the room, so I don't know. If Mel's in the room, he just might go ahead and look
The cool thing Tony does is he puts it on this really pretty chain that's like a rope chain.
Yeah, they call it a rope style.
But if it's too long, because the rope chain is a little bit of a longer chain, if you want a shorter one, there's one underneath when you pick up the little insert and pull up the necklace. Underneath, there's another chain that's shorter. So if you want
is there?
Option.
What?
Yeah.
I can't get that out. You need nails. I don't have nails. Oh, yeah. Look at that. There's an optional
Shorter chain in there.
Optional shorter chain in there. Another sterling chain. Isn't that nice? Well, look at him. Isn't he thoughtful?
Yeah.
Here. LR, yes, that was the name of Samson's wife. Although Delilah wasn't his wife, was it? I think she was just a
girlfriend.
A girlfriend, yeah.
She tied him to a kitchen chair and
cut his hair.
She tied me to a kitchen chair.
Hallelujah! I like that song. My
Anyway, what's next?
I'm going to tell them what I did this weekend.
Oh, okay. What'd you do this weekend?
Well, on Saturday,
by yourself without me.
I know.
I'll go next time.
Yeah, definitely. So Saturday I did a
recon.
Scouting. Saturday I did a bike ride, 40-mile bike ride, and then I went recon on
40.
Sunday. 37.
Wow,
it's
a long trip.
The Bosque backwards.
Do you use your engine very much? Your motor?
I didn't go on that bike.
Oh, really?
I didn't go the electric bike. I rode my regular bike.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're getting good.
Yep.
Keep that pulmonary system strong.
The cardiovascular system is where we're going to go. So it's hard to show you this because it's got some green in it. Santa Fe churches. That's the map that I was waiting for. This is the map of the area to search. And here, let me do this first. I will show you why it's so intriguing. So this is the first thing that intrigues me about it. Number one is this location is, so I'm going to search for, ¿cómo se llama?
Vallecitos Abajo and
Quemado.
Rio Quemado?
Quemado. Tell them what quemado means.
It means scorched or burnt.
So there's an area up above Santa Fe called Quemado Falls. And so here's why I kind of like this area. So we're going to go to screenshot. So the North Fork of the Rio Quemado is here. That's Quemado Falls. It continues canyon down and eventually it goes out of the forest into some land grant land. But here's what's cool about Quemado Falls. So Quemado Falls is if you stay in the valley, it's an 8-mile hike from the closest that you can drive up to it. So I don't think the treasure is at Quemado Falls, but there is the North Fork of the Rio Quemado, and I know where it stops, and that's it where it merges with the Rio de la Cebolla, which is River of the Onions. But here's what's cool about this. If you do directions, and the road that Fenn lives on is Old Santa Fe Trail. So if you do Old Santa Fe Trail in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and you do directions, here's what's cool. It is 1 hour and 24 minutes away from Papi Fenn and his house. 1 hour and 24 minutes. And let me tell you, this place looks Fenny. I was up there this weekend. I'm going to share my pictures with you. So let's go over one more screen here, and we'll do photos.
Is this a picture of that area?
Yeah, it is during the fall. Well, no, that's
No,
not
'cause
right
that's a
there.
city, right?
That's right. That's from the ski basin.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's the ski basin. You can tell because of the aspens. See the aspens right there? The gold aspens, and then Santa Fe in the background. But that is the Santa Fe National Forest. Okay. So let's do... So these are just my project notes from... so are they going to be helpful to you? No, not right now. Oh, look, they got mixed up again. Rats. Okay, so I'm going to start with this one. I've got to go kind of backwards because the photos got mixed up. So this is what bothered me about this theory, is that you had to go from the road that goes north-south between Santa Fe and Taos. Eventually, you had to turn east. And I don't know how many of you know this area. It's what I call high desert. And it's mostly scrub brush and mesquite and pinon trees. It's not very fenny, although some people look for it. It's also treacherous in the sense that some of it's tribal, a lot of it's tribal land, and a lot of it is land grant land. So it's never really interested me. I've never searched for Fenn's treasure in this area, east of the road between Santa Fe and Taos. And so, so when I was driving up there, I thought, how much farther do I have to go before I get to something that looks fenny? Because this is all I saw. Then the next thing that happened was I'm always on the lookout for cemeteries because I think Fenn has a thing for cemeteries. They come up way too often, not only in the book, but in a lot of other things. But in this, he mentions his fascination with cemeteries. And then you get to this point, and this is the point at which the pavement ends and the dirt road starts. The end is County Road 75, and the dirt road is Forest Road 667. Okay, so now I got to go back. Hang on. I got to go back to get these back in order. Oh, man. So I'm going to have to do these one at a time. So as you drive up 667, you know what, it'd be easier for me to sort them. I don't know why they got it to sort. Eventually, as you're driving up this dirt road, you get to this kind of intersection with 639. And it's another forest road. 639 continues towards the mountains in an almost perfectly easterly direction. At some point, and again, I'm going to have to pull this out of here. At some point, you come, as you're on 639. Oh, and by the way, I wanted to make so these are forest roads. Now, they were dry forest roads. They were bumpy, but I left my truck in two-wheel drive just to see if you could drive them in a two-wheel drive vehicle. Had no problems with that. Now, I do not believe Forrest Fenn drove a sedan to hide the treasure for a couple of reasons. He had to get off the beaten path. Nobody wants to drive a sedan off the beaten path. I don't care what he said. Secondly, he's not a sedan kind of guy. Forrest Fenn,
You told us a sedan was just a four-door vehicle.
Well, yeah. No, because people make the thing about it has to have a trunk. So then eventually there's a split as 639 continues eastward, and then 667 breaks off and heads a little bit towards the south first. And that's, well, let me see, that's what you see right there. So that's Forest Road 667. As you can see, there's some indications that when it rains, it gets kind of sticky wicked, but it's Forest Road. I mean, it's definitely Forest Road. And I never took my truck out at two-wheel drive. I never put it into four-wheel drive. And as you can see, we went away from that scrubby, low desert brush area into Ponderosa pine now. So it feels a little bit more fenny to me. So then I drove past several locations that looked like, let me see, that looked like this. So there were several open.
Cemetery, though.
Pardon me?
You didn't show the cemetery.
I did show it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, you were watching the thing. I did
okay.
show it. So there were several areas that looked like this. They were cleared and they were set up as what I'd call unimproved camping areas. And by what I mean by unimproved is there's no resources. There's no water, no bathroom, no nothing. So if you wanted to go up there and camp, it would be bare bones camping. Now, I know this area is used by hunters as well come the hunting season because there's a lot of elk and deer up there. But the areas all kind of look like this as you pulled off. The problem, as I saw it, and again, I got to go back here. So there were a couple of things. The problem with these areas is that on the south side of the area is a fence. And that fence separates National Forest land from land grant land. And I'll show you the land grant here. And that fence pretty much runs along the river. That is the Rio Quemado there. But it runs along the river. You can see by the disturbance here that people have crawled through the fence and slid down to the river to do some fishing. And I'm hesitant to even call it a river. It's a creek. And it's a small creek, and it didn't strike me as the kind of thing that could hold any population of trout, because trout need a lot of water, they need a lot of places to hide in the shade, etc., etc. So I'd be surprised if the fishing was any good there. Now further up it changes. Here's the big problem. Blah, blah, blah. So, and then I was just notating some of the things that I saw. So this was in that same area up there. Did
you look quickly down when you saw that?
I did, because I said that's a blaze made by perhaps Jesus Christ himself when he was in the western states. And then right
With
here,
his laser vision.
I stopped. The reason I stopped is because you would have to cross that land grant land, and I'm going to show you something here in just a minute. Here's the problema, and it's on one of these maps. I think it's this one. Or this one, yeah. So this is a map. This is the road that I was on, all right? And you can see the river goes down here in the valley, and the road follows this 67, and it pretty much follows the line between this land grant land, and you can see it. It is La Merced de Nuestra Señora del Rosario, San Fernando y Santiago. The mercy of the Holy Mother of the Rosary, Saint Fernando and Saint James, right? This is the line that demarcates that land grant land. At some point, that road actually crosses into the land grant land and then back out into the forest land. And you can see it right here. What happened is, and we don't know when, we're doing the research, sometime back, the land grant owners put a locked gate with a no trespassing sign up. So you can't get any further on 667. The river that we're interested in is the North Fork of the Rio Quemado, right? And you can see once you're there, you're in a valley. You're around 9,000 feet. And the only way to get there now is to go to Forest Road 306. That takes you to the Barrega Mesa campground, and then you drive to the San or the Rio Quemado trailhead, and you hike this trailhead right there. Okay? Now, I don't know if you can see that, but you're hiking along the top of a ridgeline, which is Sticky Wicket, and which is at, let me see, so that's 10,600? Is that what that says? So is at 10,800 feet. So you're only going to be able to do that if you've spent some times in these mountains before. The other way, the road would lead straight down there, and you wouldn't have to do any of that. These roads all lead down there, except that it's in land grant land, and somewhere or the other, the relationship between the land grant folks and the Santa Fe National Forest folks fell apart. And so you can't drive there anymore. My expectation, my theory, as we like to say, is that Fenn drove down right there and headed up in this direction opposite the canyon down. And I'm not going to tell you why I think that, because that would give it away. We feel like we are confident that we have the first 4 clues in this theory. And it's only, to get here, Fenn would have to drive less than an hour and a half from his house in a 2-wheel drive vehicle to get there. But when he went, that gate wasn't there. That gate went up afterwards. But let me show you how beautiful this area is once you get up there. So you saw that we started changing into the ponderosa pines here from the up here, ponderosa pines versus the high desert. But look at these areas. So this is where everybody goes to. This is the big deal up there. You know the deal. Those are called Quemado Falls, scorched or burnt falls. It's below Truchas Peak. The headwaters are right above it. It's 132 feet high. There's a secondary falls right down here, and it's supposed to be one of the most beautiful falls in New Mexico, and it's perennial. That means it runs all year around, not just when there's rain and stuff like that. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, to get these, this is, if you're taking the hike to Quemado Falls, this is what you're going to run into, locations like this. Very natural. There's no, there is a trail, but this is not a highly trafficked area. So that's just the area that it looks like. When I first saw these photos, my reaction was, oh, heck, this is not New Mexico. This is Colorado. Now, New Mexico has some pretty nice areas up in the forests. And I've been to places like this above Santa Fe Blvd, Santa Fe Lake, Alpine Lake. There's several lakes up above Santa Fe that kind of look like this. But they're more trafficked because you can get there from the ski basin. We used to do it when we were Boy Scouts. So these are all very Fenny locations to me. And the possibility, there's the waterfall. If you attempted, and you not recommending that anybody else, this is a climb to 13,200 feet, and that's Truchas Peak. No need to go up there. This is a shot from the other side of the valley. So so it's just a really nice area, and it's less than an hour and a half away from his house on Santa Fe Trail. So we're gonna go up there. Went up there, scouted as far. I got I don't know, less than a quarter mile from the fence. And when I was halfway there, I realized there was no turnarounds. And I'm on dirt roads going around the sides of the hill as you carved it into the hill. And I realized with no turnarounds there, I would have to back up a quarter mile on this road. And I was alone. And I decided I didn't want to do it. Now my truck has a backup camera, and it would have made it easier. But as I said, I was alone, and I wasn't interested in taking a chance on it. So we have to go back, and the next time I'll have Kevin and Shelley with me, and we'll all enjoy this.
And the drone.
So we'll get a lot more information. I brought this back just to prove that we've got pine needles and pine cones that
Is
are.
that an SD card?
And an SD card.
Why
When I ripped it off, that SD card came from the tree as a gift. So that's our latest solve.
Are we going to Yellowstone this year? No.
No, we are not going. We have no reason to go to Yellowstone. We've been to Yellowstone. We love it.
The area we're looking at in the valley is around between 7,000 and 8,000 feet. The
Right.
peaks are much higher than
Yeah.
that, but we weren't going to be going up that high.
Yeah. We'll stay closer to the ground. So this is the map that I was waiting for. Santa Fe, Truchas Peak. It has all that detail in it, and as does the if you get the Santa Fe National Forest maps. They also have the same detail. They're just a little bit older. This is what do we say? 2017?
Yeah, 2017.
So National Geographic tries to update them possible. All right. So there we are. That's where we're going. We're going to stick with it. We find it fascinating because of Shelley's interpretation over the Quemado, which I think is really ingenious, and it's places that you can find on the map. Now, we haven't been. We spent a total of 10 days on Rio de los Pinos, and there were areas up there that were damned interesting. But interestingly enough, this is the first theory that Shelley has presented that I've agreed to. Without
That's the first one ever, not whether you've agreed to it or not.
You should have seen her defended in the member vault, boy. She earned her stars that night. So let's go to giveaway.
Okie dokie. Play
All
the
right.
video.
Here's the deal.
You know the deal.
You know the deal. Go to the video that went live at 7 p.m. this evening, and it's called what's it called? Make a comment here.
Comment here.
Yeah.
Comment on this video.
Comment on this video. Go do that right now. That's where we're going to draw it from. So that way somebody in the room,
Joel Lewicki's here.
Hey, Joel. Looks like fun. Hope you guys have a safe, great time. Thank you, Joel. We look forward to it. It's
Moby hubris.
What's interesting is we learned. I mean, not that I didn't know Forest Road exists, but we've gotten to the point where we know if you're not on a forest road, you're not going to get to these places. You know, the forest road leads to places that you could look at and say to yourself, there could be treasure here. If you don't get to that forest road, if you're on a public thoroughfare or an interstate, it's no place for treasure, you know. How about a fishing trip to Lake Alice? Where's Lake Alice? Is that up above the Santa Fe?
Says Alice. They're
Says
changing the guard at Buckingham Palace.
All right. Go make a comment so we can do this drawing. All right? Ow.
Play the video. What are you doing?
I pinched myself with a box.
Oh,
Like wussy.
oh my goodness.
Okay.
Such a day for you.
So we're doing giveaway?
Giveaway, yes.
Yeah. So Tony's asking where his pick was. I had asked Tony to make a couple of pendants for me with rubies in them because I have a daughter and a granddaughter in the same family that have July birthdays, and I asked him to make a couple of rubies for them, and he sent me it, but he sent it to me on my phone, and I haven't figured out the process, but I'll have them on Saturday. I'll show them on Saturday. Okay.
I don't. Well, there is no keyword.
There is no keyword.
Important
Heavy
words,
loads.
which I discuss in my videos on Mondays.
Heavy loads. I have something for you. Hang on, brother. Heavy loads. So
Make sure you reload the comments section. I just commented, says Joel.
Okay, I will. I promise. Let's see. Here's something for you, especially. Let's see. Moby Dickens. All right. So remember that little conversation we were having?
Popped over this wireless battery bank for an
Chihuahua.
unboxing. Let's check this thing out and see what we got inside. This thing is solid.
This damn guy is monetized, so we got to listen to him. So
Why they make us watch commercials on our own channel?
on our own
I don't
channel.
understand.
I've never understood it. So what I'm going to take you to is
Going to happen.
okay. So you and I, Heavy Loads, disagreed about what Forrest Fenn said about the 200-foot, the people that had found two things. You said he went. I said he walked. So here is that conversation that took place at Moby Dickens. And I know because I shot that video. All right? It's a video that I shot. So here we go.
Giving away too much of the clue.
Okay.
Nobody is going to happen on that treasure chest. You're going to have to figure out the clues in the poem and go to it. There are several people that have deciphered the first two clues. I don't think they knew it because they walked right on past the treasure chest.
They walked right on past the treasure chest.
If you look up in Terry Scant, there are several interviews where he does talk about this, and in some of the interviews he says went, and some of the interviews he says walked. So it depends on which one you're looking at.
Yeah, Joel, I get those light things. And they look great. I just don't know if I need $99 worth of battery charger. No. Let's see. His last time, we've never believed in the whole keyword thing, LR, and the reason is the keyword implies that it is encoded in a way that requires a key to break the code. And I had I don't want to say I criticized him. That's harsh. I had commented on that fact that if it's a keyword that he continues to refer to, and then in the latest interview with Christy, he didn't use the keyword. He said there is a word in the poem that's more important than some of the others, and he got away from using keywords. So we didn't think there was a keyword to begin with, and heavy loads. Yeah, go ahead, heavy loads. Keep going, brother.
And they're saying I have confirmation bias.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's go do a drawing. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, we played the video already. We better do it.
We better go do the drawing. All right, here we go for this beautiful pendant. And make sure when you win, you say, I'm in the room. Tobster?
Yep, raise your hand.
Okay, so we're going to go back to this video. And let's see how many comments we have. 82 comments. Man, you guys are serious. we got some dislikes.
Ready to win.
Okay, so there's the link.
If you disliked the video, you're not allowed to win. Got a ka-ching.
Who's that from?
Heavy loads. I'm telling you, go to Terry Scant, look at all the interviews, all the times he said it. Sometimes he says went, sometimes he says walked. He says it different ways each time, and you can pick it apart as much as you want. But does it get you closer to the treasure?
Yeah, the implication is if you walked past the treasure, you likely walked past the clues. Let's see, unless the clues are on the other, you're on the opposite side of the clues. So let's go to commentpicker.com. Okay, and we'll go to YouTube Tools, YouTube Random Comment Picker. We will put
King Catcher, Jim King. We're actually watching all of those Force Fenn interviews in the member vault, and then we have discussions on them. So yeah, we are aware of those.
Amount of unique commenters, 80. That's good. God, you guys are so good at following directions. I am very grateful. I am part of this community. All right, you ready? Here we go.
Ta-da! Marvel Mom.
Wow.
Is that Captain Marvel's mom?
Is that Captain Marvel's mom? Are they related?
Marvel Mom.
Let's see. Marvel Mom, are you in the room?
Raise your hand, Marvel Mom.
Let's hear from you.
There's a bit of a delay, so we're going to wait a minute. Everybody cheer for Marvel Mom. Where's the clapping applause?
Oh, go ahead.
And you can play the You Win video. You win! You win. It's my daughter's 18th birthday today.
Oh my God! So you can give her this
special
if you like special day. You can give her. Well, you know what,
Marvel Mom.
We're
what
going
you need to do is
happy birthday for your daughter.
Send your shipping address to our phone number 202-815-1171. Text it there, and Toby will package that up and send it off.
So, congratulations, Marvel Mom, and here's happy birthday to your daughter. Yay, Marvel Mom. Well done. So, as Shelley said, text your shipping address to the number below us there, 202-815. I usually pack these on the weekend, and I send them out via USPS priority mail on Mondays, okay? So you should have it middle of the week or so. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
Well done. We're going to do that some more.
And thanks to Tony Henman for that donation.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for big-hearted Tony Henman to give us that. I like calling him big-hearted Tony Henman. All right. Where do you want to go from here? Text messages?
Yeah.
All right. You want to say hi to the room?
It's after 8.
Does that mean yes? You want to say hi to the room?
Depends on how many phone calls you want to take.
I'm okay with, you're here now.
I'm here now. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you want to say hi to the room? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, go ahead and say
All
hi
right.
to the room.
Well, let's say hi to the room then. We got a cloudy day.
I love smoked Gouda. That's one of my favorite cheeses, Joel. Okay, go ahead. I'm going to start looking at the
I don't
text
care
messages.
if it rains or freezes, as
Oh,
long as I
gosh.
got my Gouda cheeses. So let's say hello to our little friends in the room.
Our little friend. Hello to our little friends.
Carrie Galloway, Holly Cairn, GL Cannon, LR, one of our mods. We have Captain Marvel, Brian Yu, Larry Smith, Sunray, MJ Inzer, King Catcher Jim King, Michelle Vodnik, Milan Fenner, Tony Henman.
Okay, so Tony sent me the pictures of the pair of rubies. Let me see.
Larry Smith, Zozo Rocks, Elena Beal, Hal Gibson, Hooley, another mod, Maverick One, Heavy Loads, Woody Bog, William, Elay, Mr. T, Cheryl, Brian Gates, Lamron, Clueless Geezer.
Okay, Tony, I will print those out. So Tony just sent me a picture of the pair. Of the pair of rubies that I asked him to make, and they're just beautiful, but I can't get them. I don't know why I can't upload this to the... Go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm just...
To your email. Sunray, Wildcatter's daughter, Lorraine S. Do you know who it is? Dave Bradshaw.
I do know who it is.
It's Dave Bradshaw. Larry Smith. Fenist 4. Jewel Lewicki. Moby Hubris. Dave Bradshaw.
Okay, got Marvel Mom's address. Thank you.
Gadelcon's here.
Gadelcon.
Bernina Armwood. That's a new name. Chop Jaw. Pick me. John Wayne Blaze. John Wayne's here.
Oh, gosh.
Forest Ranger. Hello. William Sparks. And it's quiet. Sassafras is here. I think that the 200-foot and the 500-foot are really clues, and no one was actually that close.
You know what?
Good thought.
I'm going to disagree with that. And the reason is I believe that the 200-foot searcher, and when he says 200 feet, he's not talking inside a circle with a radius of 200 feet. He's talking near to, within, away from 200 feet, on their way to it. Because the more and more I listen to him, I'm convinced that was Stephanie 30 Acre. And there was a recent, I got an email message. Oh, we didn't read that.
You didn't print one out.
It was from GL Cannon. How did I miss that?
Oh, I don't know.
because I did the research to support it. Hang on just a sec. Go ahead. You keep doing that. I'm going to go look at this.
Alrighty. We have Alan K. Carlos Aircraft Mechanics. I'll be looking this weekend, says Carlos. Lucy Harrelson. Did Fenn say not to go look for it until after June 1st? He did.
Yes.
That was his strong suggestion. Nemo says congrats. Marvel Mom says yay. Chris Hurst, hey. J.K. Pioneer. Craig O'Hare. Missouri Dave.
Here's the one. I'm going to print this out.
Alrighty.
Hang on.
I'm hanging on. William Sparks. Denise Bagley, one of our other winners. I think she won last week, right?
Mm-hmm. She won the pocket knife.
Oh, that's right, the knife. Levrun 420. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Otis Mago.
He won the
Saturday,
pendant last week, yeah.
That popped up. Where did it go? Darn it. There's a bunch of names that I haven't said yet. Oh, 3D Bronze got such a ching. 3dbronze.com. That was weird. Otis, I said Otis. Larry Smith, I think I may have said. Jeffrey Alley. Hal Gibson. Asking the eternal question, how deep is a hole? Journeyman's here. John Miller, hi. Joe Sheeran, me. Roger Garcia, hi.
So you know what we still have a bunch of? Several of?
Big Bald E.
The Swarovski crystal pendants.
Oh.
Let's start giving those away next
We
week.
should do that.
Yeah.
John Wayne Blaze with the rainbows. Joe Sharon. They put it in Colorado. Riddle me this. Greetings, Clueless Geezer. Paladin. Steve Wayne. Vicki McMillan. And Doug Carver.
Yay, Doug, from Prince Edward Island, PEI.
Oof.
So let's read that. So there was an email that I missed that I really wanted to read. You want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. This is from Greg Cannon, who I always confuse with Glenn Coughlin. Toby, on your Saturday night program, sorry I missed it live as it was my birthday. Happy birthday. You discussed Stephanie 30 Acre as possible being the 200-foot searcher. Yes. And every time I watch Collected Works and Moby Dickens, I am further convinced that it was her. Stephanie 30 Acre's friend interviewed her on a YouTube video post April 25th, 2020, and therein claimed, so I'm hesitant to call that an interview. It was a video of text implying that it was an interview. So it wasn't a recorded interview. But I understand your point. Stephanie 30 Acre's friend interviewed her on a YouTube vid posted April 25th, 2020, and therein claimed that Forrest Fenn had told Cynthia Meacham that Stephanie was actually less than 200 feet from it. Has Cynthia ever confirmed this? Maybe I simply missed it. I haven't watched every interview that Cynthia participated in, too numerous to count. Personally, I've always thought Cynthia could be the 200-foot searcher given she's been at it so long and so many different spots. Could you possibly ask Cynthia if you don't already know the answer? Cynthia and I have spoken about this prior to this time. I did call her again to reconfirm it. She doesn't believe she's the 200-foot searcher because he said that before she started searching. But regarding the other matter, here's how that went. At some point in time, Forrest Fenn told Cynthia that Stephanie was the 200-foot searcher. and she walked away with that. Then she called, Cynthia had a conversation with Stephanie, asking her if that was true. And Stephanie couldn't qualify that. So Stephanie called Forrest and apparently read him the riot act over saying that she was a 200-foot searcher. So Forrest then contacted Cynthia and said, I didn't say that. He denied he kind of Trump-like said he never said that. He took it back. He said that was not what he meant.
And that's the story third hand. So
right. And so there was
this
no
as the gossip that it
20-foot involved, but I do believe that Stephanie was the 20-foot searcher. I mean, the 200. Damn it, I just did it. Stephanie is a 200. I'd bet half the treasure that Stephanie is the 200-foot searcher. That's how certain I am.
The treasure you don't have.
The treasure I don't have.
I bet half of what I don't have on anything.
I'll write a check. I'll
You'll
bet
write a check.
$10,000. I'll write a check for $10,000. Put it in escrow.
Oh my goodness.
How do we find out now? She has to come out of retirement.
We don't know. She went back, I'm sure, and looked at everything.
She didn't. No, she didn't.
How many searches did she make?
165.
Okay.
Last count.
I'm saying.
All I'm saying. Okay. Did you finish with the room?
We're done.
Let's do some text messages.
Moving on.
I have a video for that.
Zippity doo dah.
My mind alive. I swear I didn't say the word damn.
Oh.
So there's no swearing there. Okay, so
Trump.
let's do some text messages. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wowsies, wowsies. Okay. So, hi, Toby. I have the actual decode and solution. Oh, you know what? Is that same guy? He's had it since May 2017. He gives me his phone number. Do you have an email? I give him Gypsy's Kiss. I sent it already. Do you receive my email? I want to talk to you before you disclose anything confidential. Toby, are you available for a call? Toby, since I haven't heard back from you, I assume that maybe your plate may be too full at present, or
I think you need to play
to
that.
handle my beneficial proposal.
I think you need to play
Time is the
the
essence for me right now.
what is it called?
Okay, you
Consulting
know what?
video.
You know what? I am going to call this guy right now.
Oh, all right. Then.
So, do I have a name?
Well, he wants to keep it confidential. I doubt he
Well,
wants to
then,
talk on
so
the
then
air.
we have to have a conversation about it.
Oh, all right. Then. Better let him know right away you're on the air.
So, okay.
Hey, Toby.
Hi, it's Toby and Shelley with Gypsy's Kiss. I want you to know you are live and on the air.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, I can't talk right now because I'm in dinner.
Oh, okay. Well, here's the deal. We'll be on till around 9 o'clock. If you want to talk about it after you finish dinner, give us a call. If not, give us a call on Friday night.
Okay. I'm actually at a friend's house with family, and I hope I'm not live right now. But
yeah, you're live right now. So
okay.
limit your conversation.
Okay.
We'll talk
all right.
to
Well,
you.
I'll talk to you on Friday.
Good. All right. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Marvel Mom says thank you. She says, "Oh my God, that was so exciting." It is, isn't it? Tony says you want a bottle of mixed berry also. Yes. When you send these, first of all, don't send these to me until you tell me how much I owe you for that. I wish you guys could see these things. They're just beautiful. He made 2 ruby pendants for my daughter and my granddaughter, July's birthday. So I want to hear how much I owe you for those pendants first. And then you can send the pendants and another bottle of liquor there. Okay, that's all the way. That's all I got for text messages.
Oh, all right.
Let me see what
Any
we got in
voicemails?
voicemails. Oh boy, we do. All right.
I'm sure it's not the same person.
No, let me see. Oh, hang on. No, it's not.
Hi, Toby. My name is Patrick Morrissey. I just sent you
that's
a text
right.
a few minutes ago.
That's the same person. Okay, so this is not the same person.
Hello, this is Amy calling from My Eye Doctor. According to our records, it's time for your next eye exam. It's important to your doctor that you receive regular eye exams to ensure your visual health and best vision. Call us today to schedule your appointment or visit us online at myeyedoctor.com. Our number is 240.
No.
I don't know why they continue.
Hey, Toby, it's Chris Merchant. I watch your show all the time, and for some reason I'm not allowed to chat anymore. So I'm assuming you blocked me, or there's a mistake or something, because I don't think I've said anything to get blocked, as far as I know. Anyway, if you could take care of that before the show tonight, that'd be greatly appreciated. Have a good night.
So, Chris, in order to do that, I need to know what name you're under. So do me a favor.
I think it's Chris Merchant.
Huh?
I think it's Chris Merchant. I think he uses his name in the chat room.
He does?
I think so. I think I remember that name.
No, let me check real quick.
Wow.
Yeah.
Marvel Mom. In addition to her birthday, my daughter also graduated high school today. So this was a really awesome thing.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow.
All kinds of good stuff going on.
Well, let her know. You let her know that this gift comes from Tony Henman in Idaho through Shelley and Toby in New Mexico to you in the state that you're in to her. And it's had a lot of love built up into it. And congratulations on her birthday and her graduation from high school. We are, of course, dealing with the fact that these kids that are graduating this year can't have a real graduation.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of cars driving around today. They had like balloons and decorations on the cars.
For all the kids
and they were like driving around, honking their horns. And
bless their hearts. Okay, Chris, send me an email and I'll check into it.
That's a good idea, Doug Carver.
What did he say?
Seen Monday's show, so something was not a clue when he was a kid. I think a parking lot was added after he was a kid. That makes sense. Because most of the places that the clues referred to existed when he was a kid. He says most of them,
right?
Which
yeah,
not all of them. So he said
okay.
The parking lot could have been
so
added.
that's
That
it for voicemails. Oh, we got some more text messages. Hang on. Is everyone searching in the woods? Yes.
Probably.
As opposed to what? So remember, when you send me a text message, include your name and the state from which you are texting, so I have a reference point. So if I send you a jar of North Carolina mountain moonshine, will you drink it on air? He has regular and apple pie. Apple pie. If you send me some apple pie, I will drink it on air. I won't drink the jar, but I will definitely serve myself. Around here, we call it moolah, and they don't call it apple pie. They call it manzana, which is a Spanish word, but they make it as well. And I'm a big fan. So yeah, if you do send me some North Carolina mountain moonshine, I will drink that moonshine, and I'll probably end up with a southern accent by the end of the night.
So can you find Chris Merchant, or is it already fixed?
No, it's gonna. So Chris, I can't do that because I've got to go to the list of blocked people.
Yeah.
And that list is 1,500, 2,000. So it's going to take me. Just send me an email if you're watching now. Send me an email, and after the show, I'll take care of it. You're going to miss tonight's show, but after the show, I'm not sure. I don't remember blogging you, so and I don't unless you made one of the. Did you make any of the moderators mad? Did you say anything? Because that don't piss off.
We'll fix it.
We'll fix it. Send me an email, and I'll take care of it. It's Big Bald E from North Carolina. It's going to send me some apple pie.
Apple pie?
Apple pie moonshine.
Oh.
It's flavored. It's got a darker color. The regular moonshine is real clear.
Uh-huh.
Did you ever watch Justified. That was a big deal in Justified, that series.
No, never heard of it.
Yeah. Justified was great because somebody was shot in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, it says Chris is fixed. Somebody fixed it?
Oh, okay.
Is it already fixed, Chris? Can you make comments now?
Well, I didn't do anything. So it sounds to me like you were making it up, Chris. Dang nabbit. Troublemaker, you.
Maybe people just were ignoring you. Sometimes that happens.
Sometimes it does happen.
Sometimes you type things on the wrong channel.
Right. Yeah. You were probably over there on COVID conversations. Nobody was paying attention. He is on chat and said it was fixed. Yeah.
Okay.
It was not ever unfixed, I think.
All right. Well,
anyway, you're back.
Confusion and overwhelm
Confusion reigns.
have been fixed, and now clarity reigns.
Tony Henman says, you buy my way in on the next W. You know what, Tony? I'll do that. Wait, is that for the stones? No, I want to pay you for those stones. Who knows? I may not live till the next World Series of Fenn. You send me a PayPal invoice or however you want to do it, and I will send you the money for that stone. Those two.
Do you like cheesecake? Well, who doesn't like cheesecake?
What?
Everybody likes cheesecake.
We love cheesecake.
Yummy.
We love cheesecake with apple pie.
Yummy.
Okay, let's see. We got some. Denise Bagley says, Denise from Utah. Hi, Toby. Thank you so much for the knife. It's so cool. I feel like whittling something. I received it today. I go boots on the ground next week. I'll use my knife to cut the umbilical cord, telephone cord, Tarzan vine to retrieve the forest Fenn's treasure. Haha. All in good fun. I am a peacock, not a rooster. I've been too many times boots on the ground and no better. Hi, Shelley, Magical Treasure Princess. You know what we need to do? Have you ever heard of peacock?
Yeah, Kevin's family used to have them.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they had
They're,
some
they don't. They're
peacocks.
not very. They're not very. Their call is not very. I mean, a rooster is better. At least it's got that.
Ah!
Yeah, it's just like a scream.
Ah!
You know who used to own them? Steve Jobs.
Oh yeah.
And the reason I know is because he and Larry Ellison had next door properties on that hill overlooking. Where was that? It starts with an A. Anyway, they had, and the peacocks used to come from Steve Jobs' house into Larry Ellison's backyard. And these are not backyards. I mean, these are more
Properties,
properties. And they used to poop on Ellison's backyard. And he used to complain.
They were
Can
well
you imagine
trained, huh?
Larry Ellison and Steve Jobs having an argument over peacock poop?
Yep.
You had to be there.
Well,
You had to
like I
every
said,
time you went to.
Kevin's parents had them. They had a cage that was probably almost as big as this room. There was a
peacocks?
couple of peacocks in there.
Every
They
time
let him out now and then.
Every time you were invited to Ellison's house for some soiree, he'd tell you about the peacocks and criticize Steve Jobs.
Some people are just never happy.
Why? What do they call it? Rich people's problem.
Oh yeah.
That your peacock is pooping in my yard.
What is the word for brother-in-law in Spanish? Godelkin wants to know.
Oh, it's it isn't brother-in-law. It's cuñado. Cuñado.
You asking me?
Cuñado. Oops. Yeah. I don't know. Where's Patricia when I need her?
Yeah.
Mi cuñado. Why is Sarah Rocks getting congratulations? What happened? I just got promotion. Yeah, congratulations.
Nice.
Wow. We should make you a super mod. Since you got promoted, we'll promote you to super mod.
Oh, we should do this.
Now everyone knows what a peacock sounds like. They're terrible sounding birds. I would not. Did I tell you guys that the phone lines were open?
You didn't play the video, did you?
I didn't. Let's see. Phone lines are. So Big Baldy is going to send us a mason jar probably, of the apple pie. We're going to have to drink it on. You
I'll
won't
taste
have to.
it.
Yeah, you won't have to drink it.
I'm going to drink it. Taste
I got to
it.
drink it. Ken from Oklahoma
drive
says,
home.
here's some crazy talk. I believe Marvel Gaze will be a comic book in the chest or depiction of a scene from a comic in more permanent form. Ken from Oklahoma says, here's some crazy talk. Oh, well, it's the same thing. Now, see, when you repeat it like that, it does get kind of crazy. Ken,
Crazy talk.
if you're repeating it. Phone lines are open.
Phone lines are
202-815-1171.
Call us. Ding, ding.
Call us, or we'll finish the night early and go work.
Peacocks eat rattlesnakes?
They do.
Somebody was talking to me about rattlesnakes yesterday morning on my live show, and I said, well, luckily, where I walk, there are roadrunners, so I know there's not going to be any rattlesnakes because it's just a small area, and there's several roadrunners in there, so I'm going to take care of them snakies.
But,
there's a few quail out there, too.
Yeah. Okay,
you know,
ready?
The area around the soccer fields?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quail?
Quail, there's roadrunners. They just hide in the bushes. And
No, they'll come out if you're getting close to their nests. But yeah, if you have lots of roadrunners, you're not going to have any rattlesnakes around there. Any snakes of any kind, actually.
There was
look at this.
bunny rabbits and coyotes out there, too.
Well, I can hear the coyotes down from the river at night. And around, once the sun sets, they start calling out to each other and make a racket. Not a big racket, but...
Which is kind of a nice thing about living in this area of New Mexico.
I am going to record that and put it on the... Oops, you're looking at the wrong one. Oh, no, that was the right one. I'm going to record that. We're going to have a peacock call on the... So you have a choice.
Oh, so a rooster or a peacock?
Rooster
You're
or
a show-off or a... Whatever happened to Marilyn, says Captain Marvel.
Whatever happened to who?
Marilyn, that woman that called you several times.
Oh, she called on Saturday and had a real short conversation, said she was doing well. They had plans to go out after June 1st and just wanted to say hi and let me know that she was, doing well and still alive. So she's around. All you have to do is mention her name and she pops up. All right, guys. Well, since we're not getting any phone calls, I think what we'll do is...
Roadrunner. Coyotes after you.
We do have to get some work done.
If it catches you, you're through.
And we've answered all the questions.
Roadrunner.
Play the
around
female.
The road all day.
Sassy says the female is even worse. Oh. All right, let's find...
Meep, meep.
Roadrunner. We should have the female... Oh, that's not how you
beep, beep.
Female peacock.
Really? Come on, people. Nobody's going to call and stop us nonsense with Toby looking at peacocks and...
I've been searching for the Forest Fenn treasure for 8 years. Wow, you and me both. Female peacock call sound. Okay, here we go. Got it.
Huh? From Heavy Loads, why do you think people will be surprised when they find out where the chest is?
Wow, they aren't as pretty as the males, are they?
Well, no, obviously.
Oh!
Wow, wow. She must be remarking upon the plumage of the male. Wow, wow.
Wow. Oh, here, sorry, you guys.
Why do you think people will be surprised when they find out where the chest is? They might even go, woo, woo. Yes, the phone lines are open. You opened them up, right?
The phone lines are open. Yeah, they did.
Are you sure?
So what was the question?
Why do you think people will be surprised when they find out where the chest is?
Why? Wait. So if a question. Whoa! Hold on. Got here with another female.
It's like the zoo there.
So a question that begins with the word "why" already either presumed the answer or assumes that an answer exists, right? So we avoid asking why questions because why don't you just, the best way to do it is for you to tell us why you think people will be surprised when they find out where the chest, because that assumes, when you ask the why question, that assumes that people will be surprised when they...
I'll tell you why I think. Instead of wandering off into Never Never Land like Toby, I'll just tell you, I think because it's so close to his house, people will be surprised. They'll go, "Oh, it was there all
What
along.
the heck?
It was only an hour away from his house."
Did the guy even work at this, for gosh sakes?
That's
He
why.
Put it at an hour. Yeah, see, Forrest Fenn said people would be surprised. What do you think is the reason? The reason is that it is relatively close to his house.
That's what I think.
An hour and a half away. Up in the mountains above Truchas, which is the Spanish word for
Just above Santa Fe,
fishes.
so you can overlook Santa Fe.
By the cemetery. With the
Hey, see, the phones were on.
Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on the treasure hunt?
This is LR from Texas.
Hey, LR from Texas. What are you up to?
Well, I mentioned that Lake Alice.
Yeah.
There was a guy a while back had a solve called the Hobble Creek solve, and it took him to a place called Lake Alice, the original home of the cutthroat trout. And it looked like it's in the shape of an alligator. I don't know. Is it coming back to you?
No, it's been a while. Where is Lake Alice?
It's southwest of Grand Trenton in one of the old forest road out there.
Wait, no. What state are you talking in?
It's in Wyoming.
Oh. So that's interesting. The original home. Do you know how cutthroat trout, did you ever hear the story about how cutthroat trout, which are not a native species to New Mexico, got into New Mexico?
No, I haven't heard that one.
Oh, here's a good one. Do you know who Chuck Yeager is?
I've heard Chuck Yeager, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Apparently there was a general that was coming towards Santa Fe, and he saw on the map that above the ski basin there were 3 little lakes up there. And he assumed that there would be good fishing and that you could catch some cutthroat trout. Well, Chuck Yeager, who served this general as his aide-de-camp, realized there was no cutthroat trout in that lake. And so he borrowed 10,000. He borrowed some cutthroat trout from the state of California and flew an aircraft over the lake and dumped the cutthroat trout into the lake so that general could have good fish for cutthroat trout. Prior to that, there were no cutthroat trout in New Mexico. It was not a native species.
Here's another part. I'm pulling up some of this stuff that guy shared with me in an email. It was the part about the Estella grave, Estella Brown.
Yeah.
The marker, it's near there.
Oh, it is. Wow.
Yeah. So.
Oh, this is all new to me. I have not looked in Wyoming very much. I mean, we went up there. We took the trip up there, but we didn't have any sense.
I'll forgive you for that.
Yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, so when the chest is found, somebody asked me, "Are you going to be?" Well, how did they put the question? Is it going to bother you when somebody finds the treasure and they use the scrapbooks to find them?
No.
And I thought, so that could be, is it going to bother me if somebody finds the treasure in Wyoming and not New Mexico? Is it going to bother me if it's not the Warm Waters Halt in the New Mexico Fishing Area? No, because if it did, then I wouldn't be playing this game. You got to play this game to win, and if you don't win, then you go on with life.
What would bother me is if somebody found it and never said anything, and all of a sudden, all the treasure started appearing.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a bigger challenge when Fenn passes away. I think the number of people claiming that they found the treasure is going to
skyrocket,
increase by an order of magnitude. We're going to have to put up with all the crazies.
Infinity.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to get progressively worse. Everybody claiming. Don't come into my chat room
why they named
and tell
that
me
card the Infinity. They ran out of numbers.
Yeah. Don't come into my chat room and tell me you found the treasure if you don't have a picture of you holding the treasure. It's that simple.
Absolutely.
Those guys over at that website that said they found the treasure and they were waiting for bids. Apparently, they found some sucker to give them the bid. So that's going to be an interesting story when it crashes.
And I'll tell you another one real quick here.
Okay, go ahead.
People that have sites for supporting Trump and Pence. You got to be careful of those too. I mean, I know you should support your president or who you think is going to be the president or who you're going to vote for, but
Yeah.
you got to watch out for those scams on that stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. No comment.
So I appreciate you making me a moderator. That was nice of you.
Well, you asked. I mean, why wouldn't I? You said, "Can you make me a moderator?" You made the magical treasure princess. Your wish was granted.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah,
huh?
exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's how
More
it is.
moderators.
Bless your heart.
More moderators, the better. One day we'll have a room full of 250 moderators.
Yeah, and about 1,000 viewers on at one time.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be great.
So what did we do tonight? We went 259 tonight. That's not a bad Wednesday. Okay, wait. So we got it. We do have someone here. I'm going to read this while you're on the air. Let me see. Oh gosh, is this the same guy? No, it's a different guy.
That's a long one.
Okay, I'm going to wait till you're off so I can read this one, LR.
Yeah, I hope that guy calls in that was eating, dinner with.
Having dinner, yeah. Well, this guy, I got to tell you, I've gotten several emails from him. All of them you saw earlier tonight. He wanted to remain confidential. He sent a series of text messages. Just kept reaching out with the text messages. I finally said, send an email, and then he left a voicemail. So he's interested in having the conversation. I don't know what always bothers me about these things is why do they want to have the conversation? So
they want to tell you they're solved, so you'll go with them and find it.
But we have our policy. Our policy.
Yeah, I know.
So, because if we
have our own theories.
we have our own theories, and B, if we went with everybody that asked us to go with them,
we'd never be home.
We'd never be home. We'd be traveling looking for everybody else's treasure hunts. So.
There you go. Okay. Well, listen, take care, and I'll stay on here until you're done, and Lord willing, see you Friday night.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
All right. You have a good
Shelley,
evening.
you take care. You're looking as beautiful as ever.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for calling in.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Let's see how nice they. Okay, so here's that 978. I've been searching for the Forrest Fenn treasure for 8 years. This is a different guy. I believe I have today, the first time, figured out where the warm waters halt for certain. I also have just read The Thrill of the Chase for the first time in 8 years. He's been looking for the treasure for 8 years, but this is the first time he's read The Thrill of the Chase.
Well, I don't think Sarah's read it.
I felt if I left the book for last, it would jog my memory of everything I read over 8 years and studied, and I believe my intentional withholding of not reading the book actually worked. My reason for texting is that I believe I have found the location. I have matched the poem completely and coherently to a geographical location in chronological order from clue 1 through 9, and all of the rules of finding have also matched up with this spot. They're in pinon pine, sagebrush, fresh flowing water, a beautiful view, and it's off the trail. It's at above 6,300 feet above sea level. It's at about, I'm sorry, I read that completely wrong. It's at about 6,300 feet above sea level. Chitmea. It's Gadelcon. Hey, Gadelcon, it's Toby and Shelley. What are you up to?
Hey, sir, how you doing?
Very good. Thank you for asking.
All right. Well, I commented to you what a brother-in-law was in Spanish. You're right, cuñado.
Cuñado.
But
Yeah.
I grew up in Tularosa. I grew up in Tularosa, and right down the street from me, Jane Clayton lived there. She had a big house, and she had her own little zoo, and she had all these peacocks. So every evening when the sun starts going down, they yell out, and it sounds like cuñado or cuñado.
Oh, cuñado. Yeah, no, because down in Tularosa, they wouldn't say cuñado. They would say cuñao. Right. That's that.
So cuñao! Cuñao!
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that story, but I will tell it the next time as if it's my own.
So, funny thing about Jane Clayton, she was a movie actress.
Mm-hmm.
She's from Tularosa, And she did quite a few movies, and one of them was with Wallace Berry, and Florence talked about that in Scrapbook.
I've used this, I'm sorry. The Wallace Berry?
There's little, yeah.
Yeah.
So Fenn talks about Wallace Berry in the Scrapbook. I think it was in a recent scrapbook, but I can't recall.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I think it was the one where it was spelled Berry.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So that's who Jane Clayton did a movie called This Man's Navy.
And Wallace Berry was in that movie?
Yeah. And also Jess Colley, or Lassie. She was in Lassie also. Quite a few old Western movies as well. So Jane, I went down to Tularosa not too long ago, about a month or 2 months ago, and I always drive by there. It's a lot of fun memories. She had a pond where all the kids could come in and watch the carp in the pond and feed them. And she had her own, like I said, her own little zoo.
Is she still living?
Garden. No, she passed away in 1983.
Oh, okay, all right.
In West Hollywood. So a little bit of history there of Jane Clayton. And so, but I just wanted to call in and tell you about
the Kunyao. The Kunyao.
Kunyao.
Who knew we'd get in a conversation?
So that's what they found out.
I mean, why wouldn't you watch this show? We're not talking just about Fenn treasure. We end up discussing the calls of male and female peacocks. That leads us to a conversation about old Tularosa. Where else can you get this kind of action?
And Tularosa means the city of roses.
The city of roses. That's right.
The city of roses. There used to be a lot of roses up and down the road highway there going to Tularosa, and I haven't seen any in the last 10, 15 years.
Well, so, if you're going to go down there, it's pretty dry. I mean, you have to pay attention and take care if you're going to be growing roses down there. A lot of sunshine, but not a lot of water.
Oh, yeah. So Tularosa has a lot of history. You got Billy the Kid, Pat Garrett, a lot of old Western icons have gone through there. I think they're doing a film down that way. I can't recall. I'm trying to think what it was. They're doing also some pieces up in Santa Fe. Mm-hmm. But I'll have to post that.
Yeah, if you find it posted, we know that the film industry right now is dormant due to the. We have several friends that work in the film industry, and they're all at home. They basically shut everything down here in New Mexico.
Yeah, it's kind of tough to get out there. I've been trying to get out to do some more video photography, and it's just I just don't want to be out in public.
Yeah, not now. Things are easing up. You have a good evening, and thank you for calling in. Did you have a question? Oh, right. Okay. All right, sir.
All right, Toby.
Thanks for calling in.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so let me keep reading this. Completed and coherent geographical location, the chronological order, blah, 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 blah. There's a pinon there. Who is there? The clues. They are, he probably means they are in pinon pine, sagebrush, fresh flowing water, a beautiful view, and it's off trail. It's about 6,300 feet above sea level, and my intention is to go out this summer and see if I'm right. I can say this for sure. The home of Brown is a proper noun, and it is not a person or place. Then it's a thing. It's not a personal place. It has to be a thing. Proper noun. Thing. Why are you giving me that look?
I just did a video on geographical clues, and Forrest Fenn said that you got to marry the poem to the map.
Oh, okay.
And
well, apparently
every clue in there is a place.
Apparently, this guy has done it. Proper noun, and is not a person or place. It is a thing. Oh, I didn't get to the next sentence. I don't want to give away my solve, but I felt like sharing. If I find it, you will know. Yeah, we kind of imagine that if somebody finds it. Oh, look at how cute.
Who's that?
That's a picture of her 18-year-old graduate today.
Oh.
The one that is now
She's a pretty girl.
The owner of her CZ. So congratulations.
Nice.
I wish I could show the picture. So I can't get these. I don't know what I've done wrong. I did wrong. I don't know what I've done wrong that I can't get these photos.
You done him wrong,
from
man.
here
You done him
to
wrong. You don't know.
Email.
You
You don't
there.
know. You don't know. I'll have it. I'll show it next time because she's really cute. Ken from Oklahoma says watched book launch video for Once Upon a While. What do you think of Douglas Preston saying there were 2 big clues in the book? Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you about Douglas Preston. Douglas Preston is a New York Times best-selling writer for 2 reasons. Number 1, he's a pretty good writer. Number 2, he's a great marketeer. And whenever Preston says, go to the Denver Museum and there's a clue in that book, and did he really say that is Douglas Preston marketing on behalf of Forrest Fenn?
The minute I found out Douglas Preston actually looked for the treasure and didn't find it was the minute that I knew he didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
He doesn't know any more than anybody else does.
Any of the rest of us, that's right.
He got to see the treasure before it was hidden. Other than that, he doesn't have any leg up on anybody.
Yeah. He's just a great marketeer, and that whenever he says something like that, and that's not a criticism, that's fair. In the game of sales and marketing, that's fair. So if Douglas Preston can convince
he knows
you
how to sell books.
that there's something special in the preface of Once Upon a While, and that causes you to buy Once Upon a While, that's what he's really good at, and he's done it more than once. Anytime. Here's what I am very confident in saying. That is, anytime Douglas Preston says something about something that he knows about what Forrest Fenn is doing, that's designed to help sell books. Doesn't mean he's being dishonest, doesn't mean he's lying. It's just like any other marketing. He's telling the story so that it sounds better to you. Let's see. Godelcon says, News of the World, a post-Civil War adventure saga produced by Universal Pictures. I have the book I need to read. Tom Hanks. Wow, who knew? Again, filmmaking in New Mexico is shut down as a result of the virus. So, Sassy says she totally agrees with you.
Who, me?
Yeah.
About?
On the Douglas Preston.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's
Preston
better when he
makes
teams
stuff up. You know, they're friends. They go to lunch.
Yeah.
One lies and the other swears to it. You can just see it. They're like mischievous little boys.
Mm-hmm.
They make up stuff, and one lies, the other swears to it. What?
You have a little tiny hair on your there.
Okay.
It was bugging me because it was every time.
And I know about this because I live this. Toby and I do the same thing. If he lies, I'll swear to it.
That's nice. Toby and I do this.
Did Toby say that?
Uh-huh.
Then it must be true.
Toby told you that? Oh. For sure.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Seems like a slow night tonight. You've been very gracious putting up with our faux pas earlier in the evening. We hope you enjoyed the approach that we took to making sure that someone in the room won it. And I'm going to figure out how to do that more regularly. If I have to go back to this video and delete all the comments, tell you again, I think I'll start doing that. We'll just do it. We'll start the show with 0 comments, right? And that way someone in the room can win. I think that's the fair way to do it because you've been very good about being in our room, and I don't think it's only for winning prizes. You're there because we have a bond. We have a community bond that we all enjoy.
It's community, that's right.
And we like having you around, and we like that somebody we know in the room wins the prize. So, sorry, again, I apologize for, that was my faux pas. But when you do as many shows as we do every week,
it's going to happen.
It's going to happen
These things
on occasion.
Happen.
So
what do you got there?
Let's see. That's from our same guy. P.S. Here's a few clues you can feel free to share if you want. The home of Brown is a thing, but not a living thing. The home of Brown does, however, reveal a location, even though Brown itself is not a location. Rather, the home of the thing that is Brown is the location. Another clue? Put in.
Another clue? How about the first one? That was a bunch of doublespeak and running around their maypoles.
Brown and this. And Got some brown over there and brown. And it ain't the brown, but it's brown. And there's no brown.
It's a place, but it's not a place. And it's a thing, but it's not a thing. And it's not a live thing. It's not a dead thing. It's a thing. Oh, helpful.
Look at how cute she is. Picking my 18-year-old.
She reminds me of somebody. I'm not sure who.
Well, I'm glad that that prize was won.
Somebody I think I met or used to watch on TV or something.
That grandma, and she can share it with her granddaughter on her graduation.
Yeah. It will, Chris, it gets processed by YouTube. It takes about an hour or so to process, and then it just appears on YouTube. It'll be there.
What's the question?
Yeah. Do we upload this video afterwards?
You don't have to upload a live stream. It's uploading as we're streaming, but they have to process it. So it won't be directly after. Actually, that's not true. You'll be able to see the video, but you won't see the associated chat. It's the chat coordination that has to be processed. All right?
All righty. Close down the phones. Everybody dance.
And
thanks for being here with us tonight for another wonderful Hump Day Hoedown. And for Gypsy's Kiss, I'm the Magical Treasure Princess and life coach to the rich and famous, Shelley Carney.
And I'm Toby Younis. We hope you enjoyed the night as much as we did. We look forward to seeing you again on Friday night, same channel, same time, same station. And then we're going to do a Church of the Search on Saturday night. So I'll see you a couple of times this week. And we'll just have some fun, talk about the Forest Fenn treasure, give you our ideas. Maybe I'll have some more information for you on our Truchas Solve, because it's a new one for us, and we're very excited about it.
Theory.
Mr.
Rooster.
And don't forget, we love you.